There once lived a woman named Alara. Alara had a stable job in a marketing firm, a small circle of friends, and an apartment filled with the usual trappings of modern life. Yet, deep within her, there was a yearning for something more, something that she could not quite name, but that pulled at her heart with a quiet, insistent force. Alara had always felt out of place in Solaris. The city was loud, fast, and unrelenting. She often found herself daydreaming of a different life, a life where she could escape the expectations and demands that weighed on her. But the idea of actually leaving seemed impossible until the day everything changed. It began with a single question that popped into her mind one night as she lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. What would happen if I disappeared? The thought was both frightening and exhilarating. She had always been dependable, the person others could count on. But what if she simply walked away from it all? What if she disappeared and became someone entirely new? The idea took root in her mind, growing stronger with each passing day. She started to imagine what her new life might look like, where she would go, who she would become. She realized that the life she was living was not the life she wanted. She was tired of the monotony, tired of the pressures, and most of all, tired of being someone she didn't recognize anymore. One evening, after a particularly exhausting day at work, Alara made a decision. She would disappear, not in a dramatic, reckless way, but quietly, deliberately, and with purpose. She would leave Solaris and transform herself into the person she had always wanted to be. Alara spent the next few weeks preparing. She studied maps, researched small towns far from Solaris, and learned about different cultures and lifestyles. Slowly and methodically, she began to let go of her old life. She canceled subscriptions, closed accounts, and started selling or donating her belongings. With each item she parted with, she felt lighter, freer, as if shedding the layers of a life that no longer fit. One morning, Alara took a deep breath, packed a single suitcase, and left Solaris. She didn't tell anyone where she was going. She didn't even leave a note. She simply walked away, leaving behind everything she had known. Alara traveled for weeks, moving from town to town, observing, learning, and listening to the stories of the people she met along the way. She kept to herself, avoiding the routines and habits that had defined her old life. Slowly, she began to discover who she truly was, free from the expectations and constraints that had once held her back. Eventually, Alara found herself in a small coastal village named Seraphine. It was a place of simple beauty, where the ocean met the cliffs and the air was filled with the scent of salt and wildflowers. The village was quiet, the people kind and unassuming. Alara knew the moment she arrived that she had found her new home. In Seraphine, Alara started over. She took a job at a local bookstore, a quaint little shop filled with dusty tomes and cozy reading nooks. She spent her days surrounded by words and stories, finding solace in the quiet rhythm of her new life. She began to write, something she had always dreamed of doing, but had never had the time or courage to pursue. As the months passed, Alara transformed. She was no longer the anxious, weary woman who had left Solaris. She had become someone new, someone strong, independent, and at peace with herself. She found joy in the simple things, the sound of the waves crashing against the shore, the warmth of the sun on her skin, the laughter of children playing in the streets. As Alara sat on a bench overlooking the sea, she realized that she hadn't just disappeared from her old life. She had disappeared into herself. She had shed her old identity and emerged as her true self. This transformation wasn't about changing who she was at her core. but about letting go of everything that wasn't truly her. Alara's disappearance wasn't an escape, but a journey of self-discovery. She had to let go of everything that no longer served her and be brave enough to walk away from her old life. She trusted that by doing so, she would find something better. In the end, Alara didn't return to Solaris. She didn't need to. She had found her place, not just in Seraphine, but within herself. She learned that the power to transform her life was within her all along. She just needed the courage to let go and begin again. So, Alara lived her new life with a sense of peace and fulfillment she had never known before. She had disappeared, yes, but in doing so, she had found herself. She realized that the art of disappearing wasn't about vanishing from the world, but about letting go of what holds you back and embracing the journey of becoming who you were always meant to be. It's crucial to understand why you want to disappear and reinvent yourself. Are you trying to escape something, like a past mistake or a challenging situation? Or are you seeking personal growth and a fresh start? It's important to have a clear understanding of your motivations. Plan carefully. Disappearing and reinventing yourself is a major decision that can have significant consequences. Consider all aspects of your life that will be affected by this change, such as your relationships, job, finances, and legal obligations. Why should you disappear? Why not just glow up while continuing to live your life the way you normally do? Disappearing means you can cut off distractions from the outside world, allowing you to focus on your ultimate goals. Plus, a dramatic transformation is more noticeable to people if they haven't seen you for months. You won't be able to avoid your coworkers, but you can steer clear of almost everyone else. If needed, inform your friends and family that you will be taking some time for yourself during the winter and won't be as available for social gatherings as before. Let go of toxic friendships. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not bring you down. Be willing to end friendships that don't help your growth and development. If you spend time with negative people, you may become negative yourself. Choose your inner circle wisely. Prioritize what's important. Stop seeking short-term pleasures and quick dopamine hits. Learn to focus on what truly matters in your life. Concentrate on your goals, priorities, and long-term vision. Delay instant gratification for greater rewards. Subscribe for more life-changing videos. Thank you.